Salutations, my fellow dandies. It's me, Jack Dandy. And my brain had a moment there and I was about to say, it's me, Final Fantasy XIV. And we're about to play Jack Dandy for the final time. No, it's me, Jack Dandy. We're about to play Final Fantasy XIV for the final time. We are on the final mission of Dawntrail. It's all come down to this. All 3.5 years of streaming Final Fantasy XIV, and we're going to save the world once again with my bunny, my 2 cats, and my potato. We have shut down the city of Piss. We have killed all of the mums. We have gained the corn servant, and it is now time to go and take out giant lady. So that should be fun. So yeah, there's only one mission, so it was just kind of awkward last night. It was like too late to really start it, but there isn't actually that much. There's probably like an hour and a half left of Dawntrail. So we'll do the Rising afterwards as well, because I think the Rising's the anniversary event, so I think that'd be a nice thing to go out on. And then I think we'll just have a short stream today because I am streaming all day tomorrow and Sunday, so it'll be nice to get an early night where I can get rested. But salutations, Bryce. Salutations, C-Top.
This expansion is bullshit. Maya's parents were an afterthought. Who cares? We killed Bunny MILF.
I mean, we killed all of these characters' parents. I don't know if everyone has a dad, but we've killed Wuklat's mum and dad. Well, dad and surrogate mother. We killed Erenville's mum, and we killed Kryle's mum and dad. Graha's fine. I don't know that he has parents. I think he just exists. He just came into existence one day. Maybe he does. Maybe that'll come up at some point. I certainly don't. To be fair, Kra's parents have been dead for a very long time. We just switched them off. Oh, I should start the mission before I start running away. Yeah. Let's go then. So before we do start, I'm testing something. I've got something running in the background. I'm testing something for tomorrow. We'll talk about it at the end of the stream because I want to test it out before tomorrow, sort of properly. But I've got it running just as like a just as a test. I just give me a heads up if you notice my model glitching, because I had VTube Studio open earlier and it was glitching all over the place and then it crashed, and then I restarted it and it seems to be fine. So it might have just been VTube Studio having a problem, but VTube Studio is run by Unity, and I have 8 other instances of Unity open at the moment, and I'm worried that having 9 instances of Unity open at the same time is going to cause problems. So, it's fun. It seems to be okay, but just give me a heads up if you notice anything weird. You'll know it'll be very obvious. So, but I might not catch it. What's that little green thing? What you mean my corn servant? He is a sentient piece of corn. That's pretty much all you need to know. I mean, it's really all I know at the corn servant. He's my little minion. He's part of the team as well. All right. Let's go to the Miso terminal. We'll carry out Kefkia's plan. It's our best chance at stopping Sphene. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt. We're all prepared, I assume. That goes without saying. Come, we head to the Miso terminal. I forgot to turn that down a smidgen. Fortunately, that was just a... Actually, 35 should be okay. Ugh. Ugh. Right. Excuse me. To the middle. Good day. Get Work killed, I'm going to hide eggs in your walls. Okay, first of all, I don't think there's any chance of Work getting killed. Like, they don't generally just throw out... Oh, look, she's got the wings. They don't generally just throw out deaths like that. But also, you make it sound like it's my choice. I don't have, like, any control over the plot of this game. You should be going and putting eggs in Yoshi P's walls. He's the one who wrote the script, or oversaw it, sees it anyway. Actually, I don't know who wrote this one. Hey, salutations, retrospective. Salutations to all of you. I said salutations to all of you. Hope you're all fine and dandy today, though. You're just in time. We're just heading over to the miso terminal. This path is irritating as well. And just not very safe, having big holes in the... Jack, you're part of the machine I see, so you're the one I'm blaming. That seems reasonable. Okay. I feel like that's... like blaming the vending machine for the price of the sweets, but, you know, fine. Alright. Let's go and enter Sven's hole, I guess. Look, I killed a few messengers and I stopped getting bad news. The system works. Yeah, and I mean, you guess you can't argue with the results. No good. It seems we can't simply shut down the miso terminal like the others. Not surprising in the least. My mother did tell us its defenses are tight. Imagine if we did just shut it down. It's like, oh, okay, well, time to go home. and then just credits. But she also left me a means of circumventing them. A program that will send your souls into the terminal's memory banks. Therein lies a virtual domain generated by Sven's memories. So we would venture into this domain and then seek out and stop Sven. We are going to Tron it. If our souls are transferred in their entirety, dying in that domain would be no different from dying outside of it. There is no guarantee of safe return. Yes, that is why I'm going to stay out here. Nonetheless, that is a risk we must take. We've already come this far, and I'll be damned if I'm going to turn back now. By meeting the Endless, I've gained a better understanding of Sven and the burden she bears. I want to say a few things to her when we meet again, even if it doesn't make a difference. Whatever happens, we won't let Sven walk her misguided path any longer. Ah, for those we've yet to meet. That's a pretty good line. Because we're not doing it for the people we've already met. A lot of them just died. I'll do all I can to provide support. Mother has instructed me on her program, as well as the world within the terminal. I'll also keep an eye on your bodies while you are gone. Should it come to it, though, I won't hesitate to call on our comrades outside. I'm acutely aware of my limits. Upon entering the terminal, we will most certainly meet with fierce resistance from its defences. Then there is Sven herself. In order to initiate interdimensional fusion, she said that she intends to erase her own memories. What manner of entity she will come as a result, none can say. I'm guessing kind of like giant biblical winged monster thing. That's generally how this shit goes down. And if she invokes the key and opens portals to other worlds, she would have access to vast amounts of ether to bring to bear against us. We must be prepared for anything. Whatever we encounter won't change our objective, and it won't change what I'll do. Come, my friends, it's time to settle this. Or am I standing there like, well, yeah, if this were easy, I'd be somewhere else. Yeah, this is my bread and butter. Let's go kill a god. Doing it on their turf? Yeah, no, easy. Into the complicated dance for interdimensional fusion. Well, that's what she's been doing this whole time. Actually, tell you what, I don't normally do this, but let's small talk. Let's drag it out a little bit. As much as we've been able to learn, there's still much and more we do not know about the key. What I do know, however, is that interdimensional fusion must be stopped. This is the mission I've inherited from my parents, and I will see it done. Since we averted the final days, it's been one existential threat after another, and now lives and all reflections hang in the balance. But considering the key and the power it wields, I cannot help but feel a sense of destiny now being here. Would you not agree, my friend? It's a very good balance of, like, I turn it down and it sounds so quiet, and then suddenly they put in like a really epic music track and it drowns everything out. I'm going back alive through here, unless I can't repay you for everything you've done. Part of me still clings to the hope that we can avoid fighting Sveen, but even if we can, I want to see her people and their legacy live on. I don't know what awaits at the end of this path, but together we'll walk it all the way. Yeah, typical Naruto want to do talk no jutsu to the final boss. Alright, let's go. Oh, this is lovely.
To the memories of better days, I bid farewell.
Should we buy a hat? Does anyone want a big digital hat? This is a nice change of pace. Usually things are fucked up before you get there. Well, I mean, it's a 3-stage dungeon. Let's see how it progresses. It's nice to have dialogue in a dungeon as well. Normally it's just nice to read stuff. Oh, here we go. My friggin' firewall activated. I like this music, but I'm sure if we heard this song before. It might be a remix, I guess. I know, it'll be fucked up by your hand. Yeah, we get to ruin it in real time. It's great. Oh. Okay. It could be the slight lag I still have, or it could be.
Means all is right with the world.
If I smile, it is because you all smile for me.
Hi, princess. Sorry, queen. I really thought they were all gonna like turn around and start attacking me, but I guess it's just monsters we're gonna fight today.
Hold on.
See the same in like half the music. Yeah, I guess it's just I have noticed that there's less music in, or rather they reused a lot of music more. Like it feels like they reuse music more than they've done before, but I mean I'm not the best judge of that, so they could all be very just similar arrangements, and I'm just not paying any attention to it. They did it worse than Stormblood, and it drove me bonkers. It's a good song, stop using it everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, they do like, there's a couple that they really do like. They've used I've only noticed it being used once, but I think they use different parts of it. So I don't know why I maybe haven't noticed it. But they've used Smile quite a lot in this one, which is the song that played, which is like the Disney song that played while they were doing the train. I only noticed it there, but apparently it's come up a couple of times. Oh, big elephant. Yeah, okay, I thought something was going to happen. Grenadier was like, he's initiating security defenses against Kafkia's program. It's like, yeah, I noticed. They forced you to kill the enemy group before the next enemy spawns because they were trying to force people running the dungeon to slow down. Yeah, I mean, that opening bit felt like I was supposed to go through it at quite a leisurely pace, because they wanted me to like stop and read the text and stuff. So you know, I'm glad I'm not playing with people where they would have just like sprinted through it and yeah, sucked all the enemies up to the end and then tried to min-max it. But okay, well this is Antivirus X. So let's kill this thing, I guess. Okay, so the circle get inside, if it's across, dodge it. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Oh, and they do a tank buster and a stack at the same time. Okay, so standing here should be okay for the first two. Still getting hit by something. I was clearly not doing that last bit right. I know I got hit by the blue thing at the end there, but I was still taking damage from something. Maybe I was just dragging my feet too much. Okay, let's try that again. I thought I was on top of that, and apparently I was not. Yeah, I guess I was just doing it. I guess I was being sloppy. I was getting caught by the edges or something. Okay, yeah, I was just being... I was trying to heal, because I fucked up at the early bit, and that... I then set me back, and I just then took damage. Yeah. There's a tiny little room for error on this one. I really want to... Because I'm trying to attack and move at the same time. So I'm like... But I really have to just focus on moving. Got to focus on moving. Now, how are you going to mix it up? Because this is as far as I've got to go. What if Raha have fairy wings? What happens? Trying to sneak in some attacks when I did that, and I fucked it up a little bit. But I didn't die. That's the important thing. Alright, if you could top us all up, please, that would be, Oh, good. Fandy's completed adventure. I imagine I'll get a notification that Chandy's completed one too in a second. Yeah, pretty,
You are my people, and I will protect you.
Oh, yeah, see, this is very...
Painful memories of war, I lay to rest.
very similar to the last dungeon of Endwalker, well. Took some of the nightmare for Black Mages to do on top of your side kind of thing. Yeah. It's not so bad as Red Mage, but I was just, yeah, underestimating how, like, on top of it you needed to be. Fun boss, though, otherwise. It was nice little, just some nice little warm-up mechanics. Brave. He has wings because that's a white mage skill. He's a white mage wings healing. Ah, okay. He just busted them out. I don't remember ever seeing him with them before, but maybe I've just not been paying attention. Which I know is unlike me. Do you know what? Since I've... doing a lot of it. Gotta use it or I'll lose it. I've got to fight with actual humans in a minute as well. Like, for the first time this entire expansion. Like, no, let me play my MMO in peace. That's a good way to experience experience through just by watching someone else do it. Imagine the people of Lindblom were like, man, if we knew our war was going to cause potentially the end of the universe, maybe we wouldn't have tried so hard. I imagine Garlemald probably feels as though like yeah, we almost caused the end of days indirectly. Oops.
Allow me.
you. I don't know why I'm so sneezy today. I haven't sneezed all day, and then for some reason, you know, I'm becoming a. This is the real reason why I'm quitting. It's because I've grown allergic to streaming. That or it's just dusty in my office. It's one of the two things. If I quit streaming and I still sneeze, I'll try dusting. But you know, we need to test every solution first. That's the empirical. That's the way of the scientist. I saw every Souls game watching other people suffer. That's because I'm playing Elden Ring, and that was quite enough for me. Yeah, no, I get. I love playing the Souls games, but I do also understand, you know, they're fun games to enjoy passively.
You are banned from reminding us you're leaving. We're going to miss you, god damn it.
Sorry. I'll how long's that for? 5 minutes? Okay. I can do that. Ooh. It's taboo. Hello, Amalgam. What's your deal?
Security breach confirmed. Initiating level 5 security protocol.
Split it to pieces, but I'm still attacking something. Oh, I guess I'm attacking the core. Okay, so it's making shapes with its bits. Don't be in the shapes. Ow. Oh, I know we're running around, but you could top me up. Thank you. Here, I guess, is safe. Not overlap. I am inside the... No, I'm not inside the triangle. I almost misread that. You sound a little bit more confident, Cryo. Am I inside the circle, or am I... No, I'm out of it. We're good. Okay. That one was nice and easy.
Fear not. You will all live on.
Ooh. Not really. Is there any actual gear in this dungeon, or is it just accessories again? Earrings, 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 earrings. Okay. That's disappointing. What are you guys talking about? Oh, Amalgam Comics. I was wondering, I was just like, hang on, what conversation are you guys having? I was too focused on the boss. When the SNES or Genesis games that were only blocks or spheres that attack you in different forms to show off the hardware. Yeah. I think I guess Andros was kind of like that. But I am familiar with Amalgam Comics.
And at the last, my final.
I haven't read any of them, but I am, you know, aware that they exist as a thing. Oh, now the people are turning into things. Wait, have they always been doing that? I thought they just spawned. No, they were just spawning in. This is new. I couldn't see modern day Disney getting on with modern day Warner Brothers enough to. Well, I mean, the fact that it's Disney and Warner Brothers and not Marvel and DC anymore is enough reason for that. These audio squeaks just pop an OBS back up again. Lucky you got hit by that AoE, it basically did no damage. I didn't even see me get hit by it. was I looking off screen? I might have been fiddling with Task Manager. Your cast GPS means you have the minimum gear for this. If the AoE does that little, I have it. That's a good point. It's a good point. I mean, some of the there are AoEs that are just like. Actually, no, I don't know. I was going to say that they're ones that are just supposed to be like missiles, but I think they stopped in the previous section. So I don't know. I think they have, because I've seen people complain about it, made like the story difficulty, aka the normal difficulty of dungeons, just a lot easier than they used to be, just for people who do want to just experience the story. And then like the extreme dungeons and the hard mode. Is there a hard mode in between normal and extreme? They might just go to extreme, whatever. The harder dungeons are the ones that are sort of more equivalent, where you actually like have to, you know, pay attention to shit. My bag's full. Ooh. Holy shit. Let me give it an empty. I don't want to miss out on a card. They've been giving me materia, and I never bother with materia. I know I should, but it's like you don't really need to unless you're doing high level stuff. I do it with my crafting stuff just because that doesn't actually help out. But should have sold these before I came in. What have I got that I can throw out? Let me eat something. I'll raise my spell. We got two of. Two of these. What did that roast Ronique that we got last week? Yesterday even. Not last week. Last stream. That'll give me a slot. I don't want to throw it away because you can sell this for quite a bit. What have I got that's rubbish? I think I probably could get rid of this because I don't think I can sell it, and I think it's literally owned. I accidentally crafted it to get the master. Is there a summoning bell in this dungeon? Yeah, fuck it, let's get rid of it. I don't think I can sell it, and I accidentally crafted it because I thought I didn't have the master craft, the recipe for blacksmith, and I remembered that I did have them. Oh, great, cool, no more materia. Okay, that's fine. That stacked on some stuff I already had, so that's good.
Allow me.
This name takes place in Marvel Alternate Universe because they can kill people that way.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, those are the fun storylines. And then they get popular, and then they ruin them. Like Turtles Ronin. And Old Man Logan. It's like, it's just make new stories. Don't stop just like running the popular stuff into the ground. Oh yeah, and Marvel Zombies. Although I did like the most recent Marvel Zombies reboot. They had was it Reed Richards? I think it was one of Reed Richards. I think it was one of Sue Storm and Reed Richards' kids had a gun that had Cyclops' zombified head on it, and so they just basically opened the visor and they basically had his head still as a portal to the punch dimension. I just used it as a gun. I thought that was funny. Look, it's the Eliminator. What he does. Oh, I didn't miss. I just followed Graha. I didn't see what the tell was from that. Okay, so his sword arm.
Removal failed. Commencing extermination sequence.
Yeah, Graha says have care of the weapon. Okay, shooting beams down the middle.
Purging my armaments. Acquiring target.
No, we want to be in the good stuff. And then we want to be away.
Exterminating.
To me, my scions! Graha, drop the ball there.
Commencing final attack sequence. Attempting annihilation via high-powered energy discharge.
Ow, okay. destroy these things whilst also dodging attacks.
Energy accumulation complete. Initiating final attack protocol.
We did it.
Foreign entities remain. Resuming annihilation.
Ow. Just heals through that.
Attempting total annihilation. Annihilation. Annihilation.
Alright, Dalek. Yeah. I'm following Kryl. I realise I was supposed to pay attention to the order that those went down now. Oh, into the umbrella. Oh, on the good side of the umbrella. Oh, dang it. I didn't see the hand. Ah. Okay, okay. Frankly, okay, Galactus 2. They got a daughter as well. I think it was the daughter that had it. This boss looks stupid.
Jack, don't
was-
let this boss get handsy with you.
Thank you. I unfortunately, I don't have much of a say. I'll report him to Alexandria and HR after this fight. I stopped at the beginning to look at him and I was like, I can't decide whether I like this design or not. It kind of reminds me of the Pursuer in Dark Souls 2. Just with like the sort of top heavy. Obviously the Pursuer didn't have floating hands, but he did have like, he was quite top heavy and he floated like that. But yeah, the arm's cool. I'm not sure about the sword thing. Why couldn't we have just fought Beatrix?
Initiating level 9. Activate movements. Engaging flight. Attempting removal via incision.
Okay, so yeah, when the sword glows purple, move to the other side.
Attempting removal via incision.
Yeah, there you go.
Removal failed. Commencing extermination sequence. Attempting extermination via multiple armaments.
So, shooty hand, cutty sword. Yeah, it's fine when it's like one at a time. It's when it starts stacking all of this stuff. It becomes a bit trickier to follow. Okay, umbrella, but also safe side of the umbrella. And then scatter. Oh, sorry, that was my bad that time. It's fine. Fortunately, you don't need all of us to do it.
Attempting annihilation via high-powered energy discharge.
eyes in the back of his goddamn head sometimes. I like the filter this enemy has on its voice. It's fun. Oh, fuck. That's the bit that caught me out last time as well. I was looking at the hand, and I forgot that he does the sword fight swipe first. Does mean the Wook must be able to function as DPS. Yeah, if you play as a tank, she runs DPS. Kryl is always DPS. And Wook and Graha alternate depending on whether you're a tank or a healer. Because I assume if you're a healer, Graha goes grid DPS as well. He'd probably be a lot better at DPS than I am. But I'd be a much worse healer. Okay, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and follow Graha for that end bit. I'm trying to pay attention enough to do it myself, and it's not working. I thought we weren't as far along in the fight as well, so I didn't think that it started to do that. I thought it was the next bit that did that. I mean, it's all my error, but you know, I'm just explaining that my thought process. Is this umbrella? Yeah. Scatter.
I have to do better than that.
Stack.
Commencing final attack sequence. Attempting annihilation via high-powered energy discharge.
Really am bad at just like when there's multiple things going on.
Energy accumulation complete. Initiating final attack protocol.
Let's hit it with a couple of bits.
Entities remain.
Not die. Okay. Spread out. this side and then dodge the beam. No, okay.
Annihilation!
Oh yeah, we did get to this bit. Okay, this was. I just died early. Okay, so beam there. Swords on that side, so we need to be here. And then we need to move out the beam. Okay, I did it. I paid attention to the very basic mechanics of this fight. Hooray!
Resuming annihilation.
We're doing Graha. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that was an unfortunate time for me to cast my limit break. That's White Mage, Black Mage, Paladin. Yeah, he's all... Oh, no, hey, Santa's Frost, strapped to tank class, yeah, should be 7 DPS, yeah. And again, should be probably a lot better at DPS. It's pretty complicated mechanics for a story fight. It's just it's more that there's like a lot of mechanics all going off at the same time, and the ground like slashy one, I got no chance. I'm just following Graha around, but damn it! I thought we had a bit of like quiet because we just did a mechanic, and it went straight into the umbrella. Man, at least when we do the trial in a second, I can I don't have to. I can focus on doing my level 3 limit break without dying. I don't have to worry if I die because I can just get rest. This is the one. This is the one. We got this. Tell you what, it's so cathartic going into dungeons unsynced from like around Reborn and just one-shotting the bosses.
Acquiring target.
Like, I don't need to know your mechanics. I outpower you.
Commencing final attack sequence. Attempting annihilation via high-powered energy discharge. final attack protocol.
This is where I need to actually pay attention now. On this side? Yes.
Attempting total annihilation. Annihilation. Annihilation.
Just gonna stand near you, Graha. You got the heals. Okay, so killer that side.
Allow me.
Foreign entities remain. Resuming annihilation.
Then... No, we're okay, okay.
Attempting
Right.
annihilation. Annihilation.
It's gonna do... Okay, slashes, then it's the umbrella. Like almost like the umbrella. So apparently, Graha's a good one to run around because he's quite competent. Alice apparently always gets the mechanics wrong the firce time she does them, which I think is very funny. Okay. See, when I don't have a level 2 limit break to lure me into a trap, a cruel trap, I do alright. I mean, ignore the other 2 attempts where I also died. Those were warm-ups. Anyway, did it. We saved the world. And I got 40 Allagan tombstones of aesthetics. And helometry. I don't know what any of those do. I mean, I assume they're for endgame content. I know that much, but I don't know which ones. Poetry is my nice ones. What do I get? Heliometry and aesthetics. Man, why is there 2 different kinds? Why have I got so few poetics as well? God damn. I feel like I'm accumulating quite a nice pile, but that's not much. I need 50. I need like 3,000 in order to get the Mandeville weapons. God damn. No follow your Stoller because she's blind to anything but ether-based attacks. Yes. Yeah, she gets... She's alright most of the time, but then there are certain attacks, yeah, she just eats every single time. Oriange is also a good one to follow around, because he will... He's competent, and he will also heal you immediately, and he also just is really strong. The blue ones will buy you nice gear, the pink ones will buy you very nice gear, but you can only get so many a week. Ah, okay. This is my first time, like, playing an expansion, like, when the Poetics was still available. I mean, I guess I did for Endwalker a little bit, but by the time I got to the point where I could actually use any of them... Oh no, I did spend a couple. Trying to get my item level up. And then they all just became poetics. Hi, Sveen.
Steen! Steen, listen to me, please!
I'm afraid she's gone.
It's funny because if you have Uri in the party, he will rescue her out of the attacks. Oh, he yanks her around, does he? That's funny. Apparently as well, if you have Thancred in your party during Shadowbringers, but you don't have Reen in your party, Thancred does less damage.
Synchronization will soon be complete.
Ooh, she got that fiber optic broadband. That's the good shit. Yep, see. Biblical. Okay.
Synchronization complete. Data for the Endless Fiend has been overwritten and reconfigured. All shall be well, henceforth and in perpetuity.
I misread that robot for a second there, and I thought she was located in the chest of the robot, and not in the groin. And I thought that the two things next to her were a cracking pair of robot tits, and they're actually the thighs.
Forever will I keep and cherish my people. To that end, I have removed the remaining checks upon my authority.
Oh, she's gone into administrator mode.
Guards!
Obstructions to the plan will be summarily removed.
Wait, I still haven't said...
Yeah, how am I supposed to use Talk No Jitsu if you sent me away? Oh well. She Control-Alt-deleted my team. Why does this always happen at the end of the
According to
climactic bosses?
Eliminator's battle data, you pose the single greatest threat. As such, you will be erased, here and now.
I like that she does recognize. She's like, well, yeah, Wooklamat. To be fair, Graha's close to my level. I would have kept him around and eliminated him too, but I guess taking us on one at a time does make more sense. Unfortunately for you, you kept the one here who can summon friends.
I am the bearer of the memories of Queen Sphene of Alexandria, and my desire to protect my people transcends all others. If it were you, could you have found another way? With your strength, could you have held fast to that which is dear without sacrifice?
Yeah.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you. Is that concern or suspicion? If things should take a turn for the worse, might I...
I'm shutting you down. It's time to Alt F4 your ass. She really thinks she's the first one to ban my friend. Lord, I'm getting too old for this. Yeah, it's... We've done this trick before. Oh! See the ball joints on the rock colors? I think both of you are breaking the dimensional barrier right now. Well, it's like I'm summoning. We're inside a computer program. She's trying to open up the hole to another galaxy. I'm summoning in my friends. Okay, so it's only 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock on Friday. This should be okay. The Interforce. So let's queue, and then while I'm queuing, I will quickly read the. I will read the guide for this boss. You know, I like to try and not die. Okay. One of the boss's 4 hands will begin glowing, followed by another on the opposite side, indicating 2 sequential half-room AoEs with the glowing hands. In later uses of the attack, 2 hands on the same side may glow. Okay. FFXIV will do continuous light damage for the next set of mechanics requiring healing. The resorption of ether accelerates. A moving green grid will spawn on the arena. A section of the grid will become distorted and travel to the boss in phase array, indicating a conal AoE hitting that section of the arena. Anyone hit will be sucked in and instantly killed. Okay. There will be 3 AoEs in total, each hitting a different section of the arena. So a moving green grid will spawn in the arena. A section of the grid will become distorted and travel to the boss. Anyone hit... So I guess hit by it as it moves to the boss. You need to make sure you're not in between the grid and the boss. Okay? Coronation. Multiple moving orange target rings will sequentially appear and follow the random players. 2 seconds later they will lock in, become partially green and use a circle area in that position. Triggers the main tank to be hit with telegraph physical tank cluster. That's not my problem. Party-wide magical damage transitions the area to a smaller hourglass shape, leaving 2 gaps in the middle. Okay, that's not my problem. Well, it is, but I can't do anything about that. Summons a moving line AoE telegraph, which will tether 2 players. The telegraph, which will always be horizontal, will follow the player to the average of their Y position and resolve a few seconds later. Okay, so does that mean me and the other player need to stand close to each other? Or do we need to stand far away from each other? I guess if it follows it to the Y position, we need to be away from each other. Because if we're close together, we'll both get hit by it. Okay, so we move away. Telegraph radio knockback from one corner of the arena. Players should position to be knocked back across the diagonal to avoid falling off, or use knockback immunities. Okay. 5 floating no-lift-like appendages. What's a no-lift? 5 floating no-lift-like appendages will converge on one position, indicating a donor AoE with a late telegraph. Okay. Get in the middle. Telegraphed horizontal knockback from east to west. Players should position to be knocked across the bottom of the top edge to avoid falling off, or use knockback immunities. Okay. Party-wide magical damage and reverts the arena to its original state. Okay, that's fun. With like 30% through. Party-wide magical damage. Mechanics repeatable boss uses virtual shift again, which now transitions the arena into 2 smaller disconnected rectangles. This will also give everyone gravitational anomaly, causing them to float. Touching the border will still result in death. Okay, don't touch the border. Boss summons a castle. Wall. Leaving some holes within. The holes will either be at the top or the bottom. The castle will charge forward and knock back and kill any player that it hits. As they are currently floating, players must position to be in line with the top hole. Gravity increases, making you fall. Players will stop floating and must position to land on one of the 2 small platforms to avoid falling off. Castellation is again, players must now be in line with the bottom hole. Okay, so that's like that, like... It's like Buster Keaton in it, it's fine. Players will begin to float again. They need to resolve Castellation using the upper holes again. Okay, so up, down, up. Great. Castle, castle, castle. Okay. Then we lose the ability to float. Virtual Shift reverts the original state. Absolute Authority, a slow cast that begins a fast-paced series of mechanics. During this sequence, the boss will continually pulse magical damage, so healing and mitigation are recommended. 4 players, all DPS, are given a flare marker and should move away from the party. Okay, that is my problem. All players are given a red overhead stack triangle, which should stack with at least one other person. Multiple circle AoEs spawn, leaving some safe spots where players should stack together. Another set of circular AoEs appears, leaving new safe spots. The Authority's Hold acceleration bomb debuff given to all players resolved, so they should stop moving in the new safe spots to avoid taking damage. I don't know when that triggers, but I guess that's... I don't know if you know that. Both healers are given a gaze indicator. Other players should look away from them and be petrified. Okay, don't look at the healers. Shortly after these mechanics resolve, the party's limit gauge will automatically fill completely. If several deaths were incurred, a healer may wish to use a level 3 limit break. Similarly, a DPS may wish to use a limit break during the cast of Absolute Authority in order to avoid overcapping the limit gauge. Divide and Conquer. Sequential telegraphed line AoEs on random players dealing magical damage, followed by another set of telegraphed line AoEs hitting all players at once, spread out. Ether Tithe is used again, but the donut AoE indicator will begin appear partway through the Doom Cleave. So players should lean towards that side of the room when dodging the cleaves. Mechanics repeat until the boss's health reaches about 30%. So that's only for the first 70% of the fight. Telegraph Donut AoE is directly in front of the boss. 5 hits of party-wide magical damage. During this, Telegraph Conal AoEs will originate from the boss and should be dodged. Partway through the phase, each player will receive Dawn's Resolve, increasing their damage down. Oh, okay. Mechanics repeat until the boss is defeated. Okay. So the one that's really my problem is the flare marker after the castle bit. So I need to make sure I spread out. And then the red overhead stack, I need to make sure I'm standing with someone else. Don't look at the healers. Okay, I think I'm good until the castle bit, and then I gotta pay attention. Oh yeah, you're right, I should be dancing. I need to do the... This is why I haven't found anyone, because we're not doing the summoning ritual. Okay, let me as is tradition. We have 2 healers, 1 tank, and 1 DPS. Weird that we get the healers locked in before the DPS. I can hear your brain eating itself out. This one, compared to the last one I read, because I think I can't remember which one it was. I think it was the one at the end of Endwalker post DLC. I read through the mechanics as well. This one I at least understand most of what I need to do if they happen. I mean, God knows being able to sort of like actually follow it or anything, but Castle is super easy to pick up on. Yeah, that was the one bit I was reading and I was like, I could have probably figured this bit out. Yeah, the other stuff maybe not so much. But you know, it's fine. There's 7 other people to pick up my slack. And this is my first time doing it, which means I have immunity from criticism. That's how it works, right? Seriously, where are the DPS? I hope the Hildebrand quest this time give us a new Mandeville dance. As much as I like the Mandeville dance and the Mandeville Mambo, I need a 3rd one. We need to mix it up. We need to keep it fresh. the summoning ritual is losing power. Oh, we're at 2 DPS. We're slowly getting there. She's just patiently, as always, just waiting. So Jack will dance at his eventual wedding when it happens. I'm not much of a dancer. I could maybe do this routine once, and then I'd have to have a sit down to catch my breath. Plus, this isn't a great dance for... I mean, I guess you get 2 people to do it the same move side by side. It's not really a duet. You know, it's not like this is going to be like our first dance on the floor. You could do this dance in a dress, I think. The moonwalk it might be difficult, but... Now, see, if you're really good, you do the finger point bit, you mirror it, so you're doing the opposite version of it in the opposite direction. Like, basically like a really elaborate fusion dance. See, there's that second point, that's when your fingers touch. And then, boom, you're married. Oh, we got 3 DPS. We need 1 tank and 1 DPS. Let's go. 15 seconds until we're at the average wait time. I think you can do it if you give your vows. That's... well, actually, I was going to say most vicars are quite elderly men, but that's not the case. The last time I went to church, the vicar was a... 40-year-old woman? So she maybe could do these moves. Like me though, she didn't seem the dancing type. Seemed the more priestly sort for some reason. We lost a DPS, by the way. Oh. I leaned on my controller. That's fine. We'll change up the summoning ritual. Maybe that's the problem. This is more of a priestly dance. I don't think it'll fit. I feel. There's a lot less moving. Yeah, and there's a lot of turning left and right, which is what vicars do during, you know, the vows. It's like, do you, and do you, I now pronounce you, man and wife. Or husband and wife, I don't know. Come on. Where are all the people? It's Friday. It's not. It's only 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock on a Friday. Stop being out. Help me kill this boss. See, it's been so nice just being able to do everything with my duty support, with my NPC characters this whole time. And now we finally get to a boss where I need humans, and it's just like, oh, come on! We got the tanks, we got the healers, we just need the DPS. Come on, what happened to all those Vipers and Pictomancers? So close. Picture Masters are busy making lewd fan art. They could make lewd fan art of this giant robot. It would do massive damage, probably. They can draw its ball joints. And Vipers want their job to stop changing every patch. Yeah, that is a bit of a bummer. I have heard people complaining that it was really interesting, and then hey, there we go. They kind of watered it down a little bit in each subsequent patch to make it easier, and to the point where it's kind of not really.
The worlds have been bridged. Be at ease, everyone. Your ether will soon be replenished.
And it's the squad. I suppose I made a macro for green. Yeah, I'm kind of lazy on that.
Disappear.
Many of you will die, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. I hope that's not the tank. Okay, there's a couple of other people that this is the first time for I'm reading.
Greetings and goodbye.
Alright.
Do not be afraid. Death is not the end.
Do we want to be outside of... Oh no, that's... Okay, this is the moving green grid. Oh, I see, about the distortion, okay. Oh. Okay, that last one was conical. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I didn't get raised. The other one did. Well, we're gonna have a little rest in the middle of the fight.
Do not be afraid. Death is not the end.
Do I want to get up during this? I guess so. Oh, that person... I thought that person was just, like, friends with the other person, because they were like, Rise, we need you. Nico, whatever your name is. But they said it to me as well, so I guess they just got a macro for their healing. Okay, this is the hourglass thing. Okay, so this is from here. We want to go diagonally. See? Because I mean, I probably could have figured some of that stuff out, but... And then there's a donut AoE. We're in the middle. And then we want to be over here. I am also definitely getting a little bit of lag, which might bite me in the ass later, but we'll see how we get on. Okay, I think the castle wall bit's coming up. Oh, come on. I missed that. Okay, one of the healers is still up. We're okay. At least I wasn't the only one who got caught out by that. Oh, hey, Jin. We're fighting the final boss. It's going well, as you can tell with the fact that me and half the team are like dead on the floor. Okay, I'm up. Let me get my Oh, fucking... God damn it. I was not paying attention. I was... Okay. It's... I think everyone's up, so I'm not going to be expected to actually do any healing for a little bit. Okay, so the tank buster, and then the rest of us, something's supposed to happen to us. Okay, so we're floating here. Okay, then we need to be over the... Okay, let's stand still. Okay, the other guy did not get the mechanic there.
Do not be afraid of us. Death is not the end.
Someone didn't read the wiki. I've erased. I did my job. I was looking at something else there. I was waiting to see whether that other person still needed to be rezzed. And they did not. And then I got hit with a beam and almost needed rezzing myself. I'm good at this game. Oh, that was the wrong button. I'm gonna let the level 3 limit break run. Okay, so this is the DPS thing where we all need to move away from each other. Okay, well I almost did that right. This is cool explosions though, look at this. Oh, there we go. There's the level 3, I think. Ah. going okay. I'm going to dodge this for a change. Never mind. They stacked mechanics, and there's just a tank left. We wiped. Excellent.
Deploying drone.
Okay. Let's try that again. I was so focused on dodging the thing, I didn't see the donuts that second time.
Do not be afraid. Death is not the end.
It's fine. It gets easier when we die, right? I think I am definitely lagging because I feel like I dodged that. Okay, so this one goes left and right, and then it's in the corner. Okay, we've all got that down now. I was dead during this bit last time. I like the implication by which she's saying death is not the end, that she's actually gonna, if she does kill us, she will actually bring us back. She's like, look, I'm gonna kill you, but I'll put you in the simulation. I guess just in the center anywhere. Almost ran off the edge there because I wasn't looking. One died. No, good. Good. Okay, we got the green thing. Is anything else going to happen on this one? Is it just the... Oh. She's got a lot of health.
not be afraid. Death is not the end.
Okay. I was slightly slower on moving over. Thank you, Katie.
Deploying drone.
The thing is, if I hadn't dodged the mechanic, I would have survived.
Activating reserve power. Are you still alive? Disengaging signal. Target area eliminated. Commencing elimination.
I forget what absolute authority is. Okay, so, I died on this one last time. Yep, died on it again. I think I have to run to the thing and then not move, and because the bomb goes off. But because I'm moving, yeah, because I'm going too slow, I'm moving whilst the button, so the bomb's activating.
Let us rise.
Yeah, so you need to stop moving when it hits 0. So I need to move to a safe spot and then stop. But the problem is I got hit by the first one, which sent me up into the air, so I didn't have enough time to move to the safe spot for the second one, and so it killed me. I understand the mechanic now, at least. What are we about to do? Do I want to... Alright, I'm not going to get up. I'm going to wait for a second. Okay, that should be okay. Never mind. I timed that. I couldn't have timed that worse. I thought I'd aim for the gap between attacks, and then I forgot there's... Okay. What's that? Don't overlap. Trying to get me killed, I swear to God. You do wonder if, like, her constantly asking me if I'm still alive is concern or surprise. That didn't kill you. Oh Christ! Was it like did that kill you? Okay, good. No, you're still alive. Right, good. All right, gotta keep going though. Okay.
Is this a rift in reality? Has she lost control of the
I think she's at
power?
30%.
Sting, listen to me.
Oh, Wook has broken through realities with the power of friendship.
I understand. I do. And I know that you won't be swayed from your course. But if there's truly no other way to resolve this, Then face me. Not as a machine, but as the real you.
Lamachi.
I feel like this scene would have had more emotional impact if Sreen had been introduced earlier and not in like the last 25% of the expansion.
This is
Oh, she
what
took her out of the
desire,
recycling bin.
and I will not fail. I can't bear to lose them. Not again.
Oh, okay.
I feel your pain, as if it were my own.
Thank you, Core. Fucking useless during that mechanic.
I think I know you. All of you.
How can you say that to me now?
It's over, Steve. We will stop you.
I think we're on the victory lap.
No, I won't let you. I can't. I will protect my people's happiness.
Leave that burden with us now. We will bear it in your stead.
I'm absolutely going to try it. Okay, I'm going for it. Oh, did someone else use it? Oh, we killed it. I was trying to use my limit break. Yeah, okay, so basically once you get it down to 70% health, the boss is done. That's just a victory lap. I think someone else used it. Yeah, they probably locked in before me. I always like want to leave it for the last minute to try and like finish in a big flashy explosion, and I always end up missing my window. Oh, can I do a commendation? Who's still here? Katie, you oh, don't leave. All right, Rosalind, you never. I don't know why I'm giving you a commendation. You didn't revive me once. All right, look. Did I get the card? Oh, I didn't get the card. That means I got to do that again at some point. They did the healer stacked razors a few times. Oh, okay. I only ever saw Katie's because she had the macro. Whatever. I always give a recommendation to someone if I give it. They always try and leave too early.
Steve!
Your voice reached me, Lamachi.
Is it really you?
No, only in part. My memories as a living person are gone. I've been remade from those I had as an endless. However, I cannot remain long, for the Meso Terminal will soon cease to function.
Oh, I've been calling it the Miso Terminal. Oh, that's embarrassing. Do you ever get the card? I sometimes get the card. It's like a 50-50
wanted to
shot.
know me, Lamachi. Let my last act be to give an honest accounting.
I either get it or I don't. The people who are the best generally either have more comms than they need, or just want to get the fuck out. Yeah. You know, I like to dole them out where I can.
I am, above all, sorry for the suffering I've caused your people and mine. I am ultimately powerless against the inevitable, unable to do aught but visit harm upon the innocent. I am, in the end, a pitiful, selfish creature. One that should never have been created.
Oh, I like that second one. You carried too many gentle memories.
Our nations are worlds apart, but they feel so close. Who knows what we could have accomplished had we walked together towards a shared future. And yet, it could never be so. We each had our own to protect.
If only I had met you when I was still alive, then perhaps. But it's no use dwelling upon a miracle that didn't happen.
I mean, I know a guy who can time travel.
Still, if there's one thing I hope you'll believe, it is this.
In fact, I know two guys. One of them's me.
Brief though it was, I treasured our time together. It pains me to think that its memory will disappear along with me.
I hate the weapons just float above their backs. Yeah, it's just a limitation of the glamour. Or it's magnets.
I know I have no right to ask this of you, but when I'm gone, my people, will you?
We'll take care of them. Don't worry. And we will never forget the Endless. Neither them, nor the time we spent with you. So be free of your burdens, Sphene. And sleep well.
Yeah, we'll build a big wood stone block thing in with a picture of you on it.
I will. Thank you.
It really is just like, hey, here's a trophy. It's like I've won a football match.
Farewell, my beloved Alexandria.
The Endless aren't remembered because they deleted their memories. You got to know vague bits about like a dozen. Well, I mean, yeah, we're not going to remember each individual one, but we kind of remember them as a collective. You know, kind of like the Ascians. We don't remember every single Ascian, but Emmett Sack was just like, you know, remember that we existed, and it's like, okay. Starting to get quite a big list of people that I got to remember existed now. The Ascians, the Alexandrians. I mean, it's 2 people, but you know. It's technically a very long list if you write the names out individually. And dead.
So it was that the Meso-terminal fell dark, and the Endless departed for Oblivion's embrace. Their resplendent paradise was no more, as the memories sustaining it faded with the golden light.
Did you check you beat a current expansion? I did.
Even so, in a way, they live on.
The world is safe again for another like week or two.
This I felt with conviction, as I basked in the glow of a new dawn.
This is the Disney song again.
Look around and find me standing alone. Look again, we're standing there. 'Cause the storm has taken everything and nothing else you need back. Don't know why I thought I'd make it by myself. After all that we've been through, out of time I'm running blank and somebody help. Always stand for you. Learned so much in life I couldn't understand. Understand we're by your side. Standing tall, we'll face tomorrow hand in hand. What it was in yours and mine. We've been met with
I come out and they're all just playing cards or something. It's like, oh yeah, sorry.
It remains to be seen how interdimensional fusion may have affected other reflections.
I mean, I can't imagine it would have been positive.
Kryle's parents spoke of the power's capacity for both good and evil. I cannot help but wonder how Svin's deeds will be remembered by those they touched.
I mean, isn't interdimensional fusion basically what the Ascians were trying to do?
The
with
key
rejoining?
that started it all was entrusted
Kind
to
of,
the
I guess,
adventurer.
not really. I guess they didn't physically fuse
Such an
the two.
artifact certainly lies within the Scion's realm of expertise, and no objection was raised to their retaining it for research.
Yes, we got to keep it. I mean, who else are we going to give it to? Like, I have been to... I am an interdimensional traveller, and so are multiple
By order
Scions.
of Vau Kona, the Sky Deep Cenote was placed under the strict watch of the Landscapt.
Ah.
With the mighty Bakujaja among their number, they shall not want for strength, even in Soralja's absence.
Ah, but so the cool Jar Jar's going to protect the 90.
Upon learning of their queen's passing, the people of Alexandria mourned and wept. Having devoted herself to sparing them sorrow, the sight might well have moved Svin to tears. However, with Wuklamat carrying on her legacy, I have faith that her subjects will know joy once more.
This is your king now.
As anticipated, the news that young Gululja had succeeded his father as king was greeted with trepidation. Reception was also mixed when Wuklamat came forward to name herself as the boy's guardian. But the people were mollified to learn that Everkeep's systems remained operational, and there would be no impact on their lives.
Oh, thank God, the internet's still going to work. I thought we'd have to live like these medieval losers. It's like, you're not worried, the vending machines will still work. And it's like, oh, thank God.
One day, when he is older, Gululja will decide for himself what manner of ruler he will be. Till that day and beyond, may the path of the young king be illuminated by the love of family.
Silly Gululja. No one gets to age in Final Fantasy XIV. Not unless you go into a pocket dimension. And then you die.
Meanwhile, in Tuliyola, the people came together to hail their new Dawn servants' great victory.
Are we finally going to eat
Having honored
tacos?
those they lost, they turned their attention to a brighter future and celebrated for 3 days and nights.
Like, there were tacos in the background. Look, she's eating one. Just cut to the Warrior of Light, eat one. That's all I want. Or even Graha or Alice or just anyone. Okay, well, Alice finally got the fruit from her. There we go! No! Oh, Alice, I'm going to kill you. I waited this entire expansion just to watch someone eat a fucking taco, and Alice knocked him out of shot.
Hold on tight, the sun is rising. Life
They know what they did, indeed.
and take a bite. So high on the down we sit up.
Not everything had been resolved, though. Those who had spent 30 years in the Dome struggled to resume their former lives. This and a host of other challenges remained. But as the new Dawn servants
just like,
continue to lead with
Why are they
strength
so
and
excited about these
wisdom,
stone pillars?
the people may be assured that peace will endure.
Yay. Now we have the actual credits. We lost the bunny mill, 0 out of 10 expansion, literally unplayable. We lost the bunny mill, and we had no Tartar. Mine is 3 out of 10. You know, we've got your shoulder and new tools of research. No, I'm just saying we definitely need it. Yeah, no one else even comes close to our level of interdimensional travel. Maybe Hildebrand. He has been to at least one other shard. Could have got his sister wife back. We'd have a new major antagonist defeated. Yeah, it's weird. Like, this is my first time finishing the expansion when there's no post-patch quests available. So it's like I got no idea what's coming up. Obviously, no one does. And it's thinking back on it, they really didn't give any kind. I mean, there might be a post-credit cutscene that maybe gives us some kind of inkling as to what to expect. But yeah, like going into the end of Endwalker, I wouldn't have thought, well, I guess we're heading into the void dimension with our goth wife to go and kill the final boss of Final Fantasy IV. Yeah, that was okay. I think it was a very mixed experience. I really liked certain parts of it. I really liked the Dawn servant stuff. Like, I thought that was a nice change of pace. Although it did feel like we were kind of, I don't know, just kind of along for the ride. We weren't really that involved with it. But again, I think it's a nice change of pace to just be kind of not be the like main focus of the story. But then after the halfway point, it got a bit muddled. Like again, like, the whole stuff with Sphene, I think would have been. I think it would have hit a bit harder if Sphene'd been introduced earlier, because we didn't really know her that. We kind of got to know her over the course of like what 20, 25 quests, which yeah, literally the last 25% of the game. And then Wook's like, I know you, we can work together, and it's like, do you know him? The killing Zaruja was definitely. I keep getting the names of them confused. You'd think wouldn't think putting Jar at the name of all of their names would confuse me so much, and yet I constantly forget which one's which. Killing Zaruja was a lot more impactful than killing Sphene. Like, because Zaruja was like built up across the entire expansion, and then Sphene just kind of felt like she was tacked on at the end, so that there was, I don't know, like a twist, bad villain to fight. But it's like she was okay. I just feel like it was poorly executed. Not poorly executed. I just feel like it could have been executed better. Wook's great, although I can understand. I think her English voice actor is fine most of the time, but there are definitely cutscenes where she could have been better. So I can understand. I can appreciate the complaints there. Any scene that required any kind of volume, she struggled. But I think in like the normal cutscene, she was great. And Wook's, yeah, Wook. I love Wook as a character. And the cool Jar Jar's the highlight for me because I love a good, comical villain turned good guy. They attacked him because they thought they had to deliver on Cryo's storyline. Yeah, it was all Cryo's storyline as well. Honestly, felt like tacked on. Like, I feel like it should have been more of a focus because like during the entire like first half of the expansion, it was just kind of Cryo was there in case we found out anything about the Golden City, and she was just kind of there in case we heard anything. She wasn't really involved with the plot, and it was only when like the last 40%. I'm trying to think when she was told that she was adopted from the ninth. It was after the halfway point because it was after Zamuljar stole the thing. Because then we went back to the door with Kintamram, and that was when it was like, oh, we got a bit of backstory. But then, yeah, again, it was like. We learned that Cryo was from the ninth. We went to the ninth and met her parents, and then they died, and then that's it. That's all really we knew about. It's like there wasn't a lot there for Cryo. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the first half more than the second half. It was still okay, but definitely. I mean, an Endwalker, Shadowbringers and Endwalker were difficult expansions to follow because they were so good. But, that was the, culmination of 10 years of build-up. Well, I guess 8 or 9 years of build-up at the time. I felt like Game of Thrones. They had 4 episodes at a time, series worth of plot. It just felt unbalanced. It felt like they, rather than like all of the stuff kind of mingling together, it felt like 3 completely disconnected plots that they just kind of slotted in like as we went. I like Game of Thrones, they inflicted that on themselves. Yeah, it was. Plus, like with this again, I don't mind the Scions being sidelined exactly, but if you're going to include the Scions, make sure that they're actually integral. Alisei and Alphino didn't need to be there for the entire expansion. They did nothing. They needed to be there mechanically because they needed 4 people for the dungeons, but they didn't need to be there. Estinian's fine because Estinian's funny. Because his whole thing is just that he's a wandering vagabond murder hobo. that fits with his character. But Alistair and Alphinaud's whole thing was like, oh, we want to explore cultures that are intermingling, and it's like, yeah, I guess they did that by virtue of being there, but it was such a tenuous excuse to bring them along. Ditto for Graha and Y'shtola. Like, there wasn't really any need for Graha and Y'shtola to be there. Again, just the tenuous excuse of like, they are both the experts on interdimensional travel, so let's bring them over. But like, Y'shtola had like 10 lines of dialogue. It sucks. Still better than Realm Reborn. I think back on a Realm Reborn, and I remember like that. I remember Realm Reborn fondly, but then I think about like all of the downtime between all of the bits that I remember fondly, and I'm like, yeah, there wasn't as much like it. That is one thing I will say about Dawntrail. It didn't feel like there was a huge amount of filler compared to Endwalker and Shadowbringers. Like, I was worried that it was going to go into filler territory when he started doing the train stuff, and then that kind of resolved itself quite quickly. If I came back for this expansion, I'd be disappointed myself. Yeah, but I think the people who were disappointed maybe had their expectations a bit too high after Endwalker. Like, I fully expected this to be a, like, complete de-escalation in terms of scope and like the stakes, because you just can't keep raising the stakes after like that. You have to de-escalate and lower it back down and have it as a nice kind of low stakes adventure, which is, again, I kind of feel like they didn't really need to have Sphene be this like world like dimension ending badass. I feel like they could have just had like, it's, I know in like the lore people are like, well, how does the Warrior of Light struggle against this lizard guy who got some augments compared to like an ultimate despair that the ancients had trouble with? But it's a video game. That's how. you just doesn't matter. You power scale. The new guy is stronger than the last guy because otherwise, you can't just keep piling on top of that. Is that the first dungeon? 100% filler. Yes, the first dungeon in this was a complete waste of time. There was no point in it. It was a fun dungeon as far as dungeons go, but it was just, yeah, plot-wise, we didn't need to do it. We could have just stayed on the boat and it would have been fine. Still, Justinian showed up more. Like he kept saying, just randomly dropping from the sky, like, "Oh, hi, Muck." I mean, yeah, I think it was okay, but I think he could have showed up, like, yeah, maybe one or two more times, just for the bit, just to like, maybe there's some like side quests where he shows up or something. Apparently there are some item descriptions that mention Justinian as well. Like, you can find a fish that talks about how a traveller with a spear. Apparently, the locals talk about a traveller with a spear who ate the fish and then dived into a waterfall for some reason. So you know that Justinian's been going off and doing weird shit. But it would have been cool just to sort of, yeah, find him a bit more often, just sort of kind of hanging out and just being like, yeah, I'm not helping you, I'm on holiday, go away. Wasn't really a de-escalation, is what I think. Yeah, you had a multi-shard threat. Yeah, but I think it would have been okay for it to be a de-escalation. Like, the first half of it definitely was, because it was just like this local, throne... what's the word? Throne... I was going to say throne fight, but that's not a term. That's just two words. Battle for, Regency. There is a proper word for this when people have competitions to see who takes over as the king or queen, but I can't think what it is. But anyway, that. Like, I think it would have been fine if it stayed that and Zamulja had been the final villain, and it was just like, well, yeah, if we don't kill this guy, he's going to invade Eorzea. And it's like, well, yeah, Eorzea would probably be fine, honestly, but because we've got dragons and robots. But, still, it'd be nice if that didn't happen. I don't think we needed the interdimensional threat, but it was okay. The Goku problem. Yeah, yeah, definitely Goku has got to the point where it doesn't make sense for him to have struggle with anyone. And it again, with the Warrior of Light, it doesn't make plot-wise. That's the case too, but it's a video game, so it's fine. The enemy is always going to be strong enough to give you trouble. Like, it just wouldn't... As funny as I think it would be for you to walk in and one-shot a boss and just be like, we've over-egged this, just to highlight how much stronger the Warrior of Light is, just once, I think that would be hilarious. Or, you know, you go to fight a boss and Estilian jumps out of the sky and spears it, or something, you know, just some kind of... you know, demonstration of how powerful the Warrior of Light and his friends are. But mechanically, you need to have these fights be challenging, otherwise people are going to complain, because it's, you know, well, the people who like the combat. I would think it was hilarious. You walk into town, he's just sitting there drinking a martini. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what he was doing when we went to the Western town, because he was in the bar, and he came out of the saloon and was like, "Get along there, little doggy, or I'll spear you." So, like, yeah, Estinian was fine. Kryl had a perfectly good reason to come along with us. Erenville and Wook, you know, were great. But yeah, Alpha and I would say we're very tacked on. Yushnola and Graha were very tacked on. Thancred and Orianjo were fine. I'm happy with their, like, involvement in the plot. I wish we could have actually fought them. Like, they kind of alluded to the fact, like, oh, what will you do if you have to, you know, if you have to fight against your friends? And then we just never did. We just worked together almost every step of the way. And Wook's interesting. Like, she's very, very, very clearly based on shonen anime protagonists. I think. I've been making the joke about her being Naruto, and it's 100% true. Like, even from just, like, getting random power boosts from the power of friendship. Like, she got tied up. She went from being knocked like, ambushed and tied up by Bakul Jar Jar and his team, let's put it that way, to one-on-one fighting Bakul Jar Jar to a victory. And it's like, again, it's fine, because it's Mook's goons, underlings, yeah, his band, his cohort of street toughs. And yeah, it's fine that she had, like, silly anime power-ups, because it's a silly anime video game. But actually, no, it's fine. It's just pointing out. Steel God could have just been an ancient power battery weapon factory. Bam, you have his power scaling and a threat. No need for Sphene. Yeah. Well, the thing is, we don't know what they're going to lead into. So it might be a case that in retrospect, the whole stuff with Sphene and the shards and all of that, we were sort of like, okay, no, this was vital. We did need this here as a sort of stepping stone. But standing from this point where we don't know what's coming up, it does feel... Again, I think it would have been... I think it didn't need to be that colossal a threat. Again, she could have just been threatening... Even if she was just threatening Toral, I think it would have been enough for us to go, okay, we need to stop you. It didn't need to be, I'm going to drain all of the ether from an entire universe in order to power my dead memory shards. Because it's like, there aren't that many shards left. That's a plan that's got an expiration date on its theme. Plus, again, as I keep saying, we've got options for immortality if you really want to explore them. We can bring these people back to life if you're that bothered. I don't know why they didn't just stick with the robot bodies. That seemed to be working fine. I don't know that they required a huge amount of ether. I think the artifact is gonna be like a big. I mean, because they've made a big deal about the artifact, and they were talking about like, oh, the Lalafell that used it is enshrined in the museum. So I think at some point during the post-patch, we'll go back to the museum in Alexandria and crack it open. Now that the power's all turned off. Wasn't that Azim's symbol when we activated it? I thought it was, but I wasn't 100%. I didn't want to say it out loud. I saw it and went, oh, and went, is it? Or is it just a symbol and I'm going to look stupid if I say it? Because there are some times when I say things and I check it after the stream and I'm like, nope, completely wrong. Case in point, your last stream, I said that was Hildebrand's theme that plays when Otis showed up. And it's not Hildebrand's theme. But it is a theme that they used a lot for Hildebrand in Endwalker. It's actually quite a recent song. I seem to remember it being around for quite a while, but it's it was only they only added it in Endwalker. But they used that song quite a bit during the Hildebrand Endwalker quests, which is why I associated it. But I'm not the only one who like immediately looked at that guy and went, "Yeah, that's Hildebrand." I mean, like I said, I already had it spoiled to me. Oh, this is new stuff. This is like epilogue pictures now. They keep teasing the tacos. I just want to see Graha, like, really like. Oh wait, is Bakul Jar Jar training Mamul? The little one, I can't remember what his name is. Mamulja? Has he got like a little headdress on? Or is he just training regular? It's kind of hard to tell the scale. That might just be a regular Dawn Guard. I just want to see the scene from the opening where he wipes the guacamole off his cheek. You know, I just a really high production animation of him eating tacos. So far, literally all the food porn we've got in this expansion is Wook holding one of those like little Bragvi things that she cooked during the Shokugeki, and Graha going to town on the ice cream during that one cutscene. I love Graha deep throwing an ice cream man had salad. Yeah, that's basically the only food porn we got. Because the tacos at the start got dropped on the floor and broken. That was such a blue ball moment. And then Graha got interrupted by Alice also not eating the fruit that she got. So it's normally like, what, 6 months until we get patch 1? Or was it every 4 months? Again, I haven't really been here. I mean, I was technically here for Endwalker, but I wasn't paying attention because I wasn't at that point yet. They felt like they came pretty. I think it was 3-ish. Been a while. Well, we're getting up to 3 months. Because this came out at the beginning of... Is it the end of June? I guess it's supposed to be the end of June. Second of July. So yeah, we're at 2 months. So I guess there'll be something at the end of September... sometime in October, and that'll give us our idea of. Well, I mean, when did Endwalker come out? Endwalker was December 7th, 2021, and then patch. What was that? 6.1. Six point one was April 12th, so January, February, March, April. So yeah, 4 months, give or take. And then 6.2 was August, April. So, yeah, literally 4 months. Okay, so probably around the end of October, beginning of November. Yeah. Before Christmas, we'll get our 7.1. And that means we'll get Hildebrand. We'll get the first part of Hildebrand. We'll get the first post-patch. And maybe, if we're good, we'll get the Beastmaster quests and the class. I'm so sad Beastmaster wasn't. I mean, as it turns out, we wouldn't have had time to do the Beastmaster stuff anyway, but I could have done it off stream and played it and shown. I just want to play around as Ash. I just want to. That's all I want to do in any video game, is just pretend I'm Ash. Are we done? Can I can I skip the rest of this? I don't want to skip entirely in case. Oh, I love that you can. Oh, great! We can. That's good. We can enjoy this black screen in peace now. Ah! Now I don't have to know who worked on this game at all. I guess we'll turn the names back on. I mean, I'm guessing there's not going to be any more epilogue pictures. We probably can skip it. The void is full of Jack. At least not swearing at these names. Well, yeah, I don't have any. I have complaints about this expansion, but I enjoyed it more than I disliked it. For sure. What will come first? The end of these credits or Knights of the Old Republic remake release thing? Oh, that's never coming out. That's that and the Star Wars game being made by David Cage's studio. I can't remember what it's called. They're both just dust. They're never coming out. Hold no illusions. But hey! We, apparently Star Wars Outlaws is pretty good, so that's nice. Something to look forward to when it goes down in price for Christmas. I was gonna say I love Ubisoft games, but that's not true. I generally don't. I ignore them. But I do like how, when there's an Ubisoft game that I like, it goes down in price almost immediately. You know, if I just wait a week, it'll be 50% off. Compared to Nintendo, where I think, Mario Odyssey will still be full price, when the next console that comes out after this one that's coming out at the beginning of next year. Too bad this grid have made people delete their saves. I did hear about that. On apparently the day one patch fucked up all the people that were in early access. That kind of sucks. That's also another reason not to buy Ubisoft games at launch. Although I don't know that they generally have a reputation for that. I know there have definitely been situations though where like Assassin's Creed Unity, for example, came out and it's very glitchy, and it's fine now, I think. But yeah, I will probably pick it up. If there's a really good sale beforehand, I'll pick it up, but I probably won't pick it up until next year. I mean, there's not any games in December, so maybe if there's a Christmas sale or something. I got loads of games in October, November to keep me busy though. Or on Ubisoft Plus. Yeah, that's true. I could wait till it's on Ubisoft Plus and just pick that up there. Can't be worse than Concord. Well, the thing with Concord is it's not. From what I'm hearing from the people actually playing it, is that it's an okay game. It's just kind of generic, and obviously the character designs and environments are incredibly bland, so no one bought it. So the people who are playing it seem to be enjoying it well enough. The problem is the people who are playing it are literally in a 5-figure number. I don't think that's an exaggeration. I don't think the game has reached 100,000 sales. Or Skull and Bone, 850,000 players in April to 2K in August. Yeah, that's... I mean, to be honest, the fact that they had 850,000 players at any point is surprising to me for Skull and Bones. I thought that game was actually going to be... was totally going to be DOA. I did not think... Oh, no worries, Reg. Feed your dogs, that's my point. It's fine, I think we still have 10 minutes of credits. Yeah, the fact that Skull and Bones reached almost 1 million players is genuinely impressive, because that game seemed like absolutely doomed. I did see that it released on Steam and immediately was 70% off or something. In fact, I think it still might be. That game is such a, like... Concord 2. I could talk about Concord for a bit, but Skull and Bones especially just was such... yeah, 60% off at the moment, and it came out 22nd of August. Because they didn't want... They released Black Flag. Black Flag was what, 2011? No, I don't want the American punk rock band. 2013. So it took them 11 years to go, hey, everyone likes Black Flag, let's make a standalone pirate game and take out all the stuff that people liked Black Flag for, make a completely different game, fuck up the development of it so badly that the game went into development nightmare. I think it had to be restarted like twice, but also make it using a tax subsidy that meant that we had to release it. But Jack, Skull and Bones is a quadruple A game, indeed. The first quadruple A game. I think the guy who said that just thinks that the number of A's is how long the game takes to develop. By that measurement, Duke Nukem Forever was a quadruple A game. So it's not a esteemed company to be keeping. Yeah, like they genuinely would. I think, because I can't remember the exact reason. I don't know if it was necessarily a tax subsidy, but they got some kind of grant or something that meant that they had to put it out. They weren't allowed to can it because they'd taken this money, and so yeah, you could tell that they were like begrudgingly finished developing it and put it out. So again, the fact that they had 850,000 players at one point is impressive. Unless that was like the open beta before the game launched or something, and it still counts that as like the maximum concurrent players. But yeah, that was a clusterfuck. Concord as well, because Concord, they really were banking on people liking those characters, because the big selling point of it was we're going to have monthly FMV cutscenes, or might even be weekly FMV cutscenes in featuring these characters to flesh out the story. Like, they very clearly saw Overwatch. That you could just look at the amount of time the game was in development. It's very clear they're trying to catch Overwatch, but dragged their heels way too long, to the point where, and it's really funny though, they released it at a point where everyone playing Overwatch wants to move away from Overwatch, and they still couldn't get anyone to play the game. But they saw that people liked the Overwatch character trailers that came out and that developed the lore, and went, we can do that, and we've got the PlayStation money, so we can do mocap technology, and we can make like these really realistic looking characters, and in doing so completely just removed any kind of like artistic design from these characters and made them all look bland and like Mass Effect or Star Wars NPCs. And it's just, when stuff like that happens and it comes out, I just can't. It boggles my mind that just at no point, no one, or at least no one who had the power to do anything about it, and sort of stepped back and went, "This is shit. I know there's, you know, sometimes you're in too deep and you just got to keep pushing ahead because it's too expensive. You put too much money into it, but like genuinely, just no one looked at that and went, no one wants these characters. They're all bad. Like even the best looking characters in that game are like a 6 out of 10. Like, what was the other one that tried shoving on Stadia with the dudes in armor? Anthem, yeah, Anthem. Again, Anthem was one of those games that felt like it had potential, but then it got like completely just. I actually don't know exactly what was wrong with Anthem. I know it was glitchy, and they dropped it almost immediately. But I don't know what it was. I think it just didn't have enough player base to start with, and so they dropped it. And it didn't. Maybe it didn't have any end game content. Maybe that was the problem with it. I never played it, but I've heard from a few people who have say it was actually kind of fun playing through the story, but it had potential. Like you could have fixed that game, but EA are very like, if you're not doing gangbusters from day one, you go in the bin. Which is why we're never going to get a Titanfall 3 because Apex Legends is doing so well. And there was nothing to do. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it was fine. It was fun to play, but yeah, they didn't really have enough content. But that's stuff you could fix. Like if they just went, okay, look, we're going to commit to put look, if you can fix No Man's Sky, you can fix any game, I believe. But it does require a time and money investment that I appreciate most companies do not have. EA definitely has the time and money to invest in that kind of game and fix it. But they clearly don't give a shit. Anyway, we're on to the logos now, which means we're probably near the end of the credits, if most games are any indication. We'll see though. I've been fooled by this before, where we got a load of logos and then it just went right back into credits again. Monster Hunter clone they made and abandoned. Yeah, again, Wild Hearts was great. I played that. I finished it. Me and my friend, because it was on Games Pass, so me and my friends played it as our weekly game for like 4 months. It did a couple of things that I think like Monster Hunter I think it improved on the formula of Monster Hunter. I did go back into names. I think I'm just gonna skip. I gave the credits a fair shot, but they went on for too long. Oh look, I got a new map. Although there's still parts of Tuliolel that we didn't go to because they're still covered in cloud.
I'm sorry, we haven't been able to talk properly. Oh, between the reconstruction work and Papa's funeral, I've hardly had time to breathe.
That's okay. I've just been enjoying my enjoying my holiday.
Long last, there's a lull in my duties. You've done more for us than we could ever hope to repay. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
When we left the Eorzea behind to take part in the contest, none of us could have predicted what complications would follow. You truly have a knack for finding trouble, my friend.
Yeah. I'm like Goku in that regard. I'm the common dominator. And people just keep seeking me out, some one way or another.
And you wouldn't have it any other way.
Nah.
So what's next for you? Assuming you're still set on leaving the Gleaner's life behind?
I'm off to fulfill my mother's dream, of course. Like she had intended, I'll embark on a journey in search of the unknown. She's sure to enjoy my stories when we meet again in the Ethereal Sea.
Well, well, sounds like a plan. But will you have the coin to get by?
I may no longer be a gleaner, but I still have contacts in Sharlayan. Contacts with deep pockets, always eager to pay for information on new or rare species.
I joined the Warrior of Light's harem behind the other cat people as is tradition. She's got another job. and technically the Scions are still disbanded. Weirdly. I don't know why. That just seemed like a stupid thing as well. He has no backpack. I don't even know who this is. Yeah, he's at full power right now. He's got nothing to weigh him down.
Got it all worked out. And what of you? Any new adventures in the offing?
I got this football trophy that I need to investigate.
Regardless, until you're ready to leave, you're our guest here in Tulihyolal. And this time, I won't pester you to take up a post.
Wait, so I don't get a job? Oh, my gainful employment.
By now, I know you well enough to know you can't stay in one place. No more than you can ignore the plight of those in need.
I can't stay in one place, but I get a good feeling that we'll probably stay in this place for at least another 2 years.
Your path will always lead you elsewhere, and you'll continue walking it. Isn't that so?
An adventurer to the marrow you are. What is it exactly that spurs you on?
Triple tried. Ooh, my love for the star? No. All the sights I've yet. The legacies I bear. Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm starting to pile on a few legacies. All the sights I've yet to see. New places to go. New triple tried cards to find. Love for the star. Tartaru is the star. Oh, hello. Okay. That's kind of a vague Sphyn's crown. Remember Sphyn's crown. It's like, okay, I will. Well, as much as I'd love to keep chatting, I need to get going. Still a heap of things to do, and I wouldn't want to leave it all to Kona. By the way, did Gululjar decide to remain in Solution 9? He did. I said that he can consider Tuliyola his home, but he's more comfortable over there. Shale keeps an eye on him for us. But we'll visit him as often as we can. He still needs our support, especially while he's agonizing over his inherited authority. I told him he needn't make a decision right away. We can't postpone it forever either. I'll do whatever I can to help Gululjar, as well as everyone inside the dome. I promise as much to Sphyn. For my part, I'll be keeping to Tural for a time. Among other things, I'd like to look into the problem with the wildlife in Shaloni. So if you get the urge, Jack, let's go on another journey together. There's still plenty of places I would like to show you. Now that sounds like fun. If you ever have need of me, I'll come running. Oh, and before we forget, I also have a gift for you. Can you guess what it is? It's an alpaca. An alpaca! It comes. I knew that. It comes from Tobble's stable, of course, and it's as sure-footed as they come. Perfect for an adventurer who's always on the move, eh? Here. This is the whistle for calling it. Right, I'll really get going now, but I'm sure we'll meet again soon. Till next time, take care. Off they go. Oh, we've got more cutscenes. Yeah, I'm definitely glad we didn't try and finish this last night. This would have taken way too long. This was one quest we did today. Oh, look at how sad everyone is. Fellow citizens of Alexandria, ever since our beloved queen's passing, you have understandably abided in grief. Sorrow darkens your once bright faces. But is this what Her Majesty would have wished to see? No, most assuredly not. You know this to be true. If we are to honor her memory, we must reclaim our smiles. To that end... Oh, this is the Arcadian, I think. We're booting up the giant graphics card. Everyone turn on your Tress effects, whatever graphics cards do. That's right, friends. After a long hiatus, I am pleased to announce the grand reopening of the Arcadion. The realm's finest fighters stand ready to entertain you in glorious and thrilling combat. Come and join us, I bid you, and let your cares be forgotten. Skies aflame proclaim night's end, and thoughts unto adventure tend. The brave make haste over hill and dale to trip the Dawntrail things to sail. I've completed the main scenario quest Dawntrail. Additionally, you now enter Alexandria the party. Yeah. Rest well, seeker of the unknown, for many and more adventures await you. Yay! We did it, Corn Servant. Plus we unlocked the Smile orchestration role. So now I can listen to the Disney song whenever I want. Let's go to my room. We didn't get to hear it enough. Let's see what my where's my summoning bell? There it is. Let's see what my retainers got for me. Whilst they were when I was saving the world. What did you get for me? A necklace, worthless. And Warlock's ring pass, also worthless. Well done. Both of you are a disappointment. Yeah, decent fodder. Can you please rename that for the love of fuck? I think it's fine. We learned why it was called... Actually, I don't know why. I don't know if we ever learned why it was called Solution 9. And it was the 9th floor. We closed down everyone. Jack, you killed Basil the shopkeeper. Yeah, he is dead. Unfortunately. But, you know, I also killed everyone else. It wasn't just him. Look at my new boy. I can't fly with him, unfortunately, yet, but I'll, well, not here, anyway. Disappointed he has the generic mount song, and not, like, the Dawntrail theme or something. You know, it's fine. The shopkeeper robots are still there, and there's also, they did say that, like, certain people with strong wills are still here, because there are quests for them. I guess there's still a bit of residual golden ether in the air. But yeah, we killed this city. Like, super dead. But yeah, there's still like a few glowing spots. I don't know what those do. No, not my problem. We could go and do the event and get ourselves a Cryal as well. Yeah, Basil is here. For reclaiming those files, we present you blood support. We know the Queen died trying to fix an energy supply problem, so in order we will waste as much energy as possible. In their defense, the thing that was causing the energy supply problem is no longer there, so they now have energy again. Like, as it turns out, we actually have sufficient energy to run the Arcadian. We just didn't have enough energy to run all of her hologram clone. It wasn't. I'm not quite sure what they were. They weren't human. Like, they weren't physical. So I guess they were hologram, like hard light holograms. We broke this city. We broke this city. We broke this city by killing God. Oh. Yeah, we ruined this place. Fuck them, you killed Bunny Milf and Basil. Yeah. I mean, I've got my other Basil. Let's go and get a Kryl. It won't take us very long, and it'll be a nice way to see out Final Fantasy XIV, I think. I think I have to go to Limsa, actually. Mer. I zoomed in too far. We went inside the llama. Is the aft castle? Oh, it might be Uldar, actually. It might be Uldar. I can never remember which place you have to go to. Oh, no, there's the Wandering Minstrel. It is here. So, I don't know if you can hear this. In the background of this area... it's Heidelin singing answers, and I saw someone describe this as I always get a flashbang whenever I go near the event areas in the hub towns, and suddenly I can hear Mum singing in the shower. Hi, Yoshi. Of all the coincidences, you will hardly believe it, but I was just this very moment reminiscing on the time you lent me your strength the 12-month past. No, you can't point out the fact that time has actually passed, Wandering Minstrel. It hasn't been a year, it's been like a week. I saw you like the other day. Shh! If you point it out, Alphino and Alice will get bigger. You see, I again find myself in pressing need of an adventurer's aid, just as I did last rising. Oh, if only Jack were here, I thought to myself. And here you are! Well then, what do you say? Shall we clasp arms once more? My thanks. The matter is this. I have been approached by a lady named Ayoyo, who wishes to imprint her own inimitable mark upon the skies above Limsa. I speak, of course, of the fireworks that illume these rising nights. Learning of my contribution to previous year's festivities, she has enlisted me to her cause. We already have the ear of the organizing committee, however. Lady Ayoyo has expressed a strong desire to consult with a storied adventurer before finalizing her proposal. Come to the Yellow Jackets guardhouse at the base of the Coral Tower, and I will introduce you. I don't know where that is. Oh, it's in Limsa, okay. I actually do know where this is. I think there's a merchant over here that I use occasionally for crafting supplies. Alpaca. Llamas are angry spitty boys. Alpaca are floofy boys with one brain cell. Yeah, I mean, you're right, it is an alpaca, but it's the same thing. It's like toads and frogs. It's just spelling. It's just the pedantry of biologists. Zoologists. Same difference. Again, it's just the pedantry of scientists. Where are you, little marker? Do I have to go? Oh, I have to go downstairs. God, I never come down here. Oh yeah, there she is. Oh, slap you. Alpacas are nothing like llamas. How dare you? Alpacas are majestic. I'd slap you for your disparaging marks about llamas. Lady Oyoyo, one storied adventurer as promised. Oh, she's wearing the earrings from the Moogle treasure trove. They were too expensive. Blessings are the 12 upon ye. Name's a Yo-Yo, Cannoneer First Class with the Yellow Jackets. It's an honour to have you aboard. Did I mention that it is the Yellow Jackets who are in charge of this year's festivities? Not only in decorating of these fair Leminson streets, but in designing and constructing the fireworks that brighten the skies above them. Lady Yo-Yo here is quite the savant in all matters incendiary and explosive, and so it has fallen to her to formulate a plan for the display's crowning glory. Me and the other ladies and lassies of the Cannoneers whipped up a load of lovely little drakes, snakes and devils for the Moonfire Fair, but more of the same ain't going to cut it for the Rising, because it's all about remembering those we lost in the Calamity, ain't it? Them and theirs deserve something a mite specialer than a bunch of old bangers. Sausage. Well, I'd love some sausages. An admirable sentiment, I'm sure. It would not do for our ode to such poignant memories be aught less than memorable. Let us make this year's Rising one that the citizens of this fair realm will not soon forget. You know, at least for 12 months. Took the words right out of my mouth, dearie. Thing is, having hardly set out a Limpser in all me days, I don't reckon I'm the best place to know what's going through the minds of the citizens of this fair realm. And so you would pick an adventurer's brains, one who has journeyed far and wide across this land we love, and knows it and its people intimately. Yet before we call upon your particular wisdom, it's funny to me that you can do this quest at like level 15, and it's like, I've seen like 5 places at level 15. Yet before we call upon your particular wisdom, mayhap it would behoove us to seek out a wider range of opinions. Many and more look to the skies come rising night, and the thoughts that run through their minds are no doubt as diverse. Let us learn them. Sounds like a plan. Mind if I join you, dearie? Could do with learning some of these thoughts myself. Right then, where's best to start asking around? Someplace a lot of outsiders gather, I reckon. How about we meet in the Etherite Plaza down in the lower decks? While you two are so engaged, allow me to continue our discussions with the organising committee. I shall await you by the aft castle. Let us not make it a Moogle, call it good, now give me my reward. Yeah, I'm not that invested in the Rising event, I just want my Cryol. Although normally there is a nice little cutscene with you and actual God. That'll be how Final Fantasy XIV ends, by the way. We have to fight the Wandering Minstrel. You see them lights down there? Orca's Valley, dearie. Decorations for the festival, they are. Every year when the streets are all decked out for the Rising, my heart fills with, well, all kinds of feelings. Sorrow, pride, regret. But enough about me. We came here to find out how the other folks feel about it. Let's split up. Head down the alley and ask a few likely-looking customers each. We're on schedule here, so don't go asking every single soul you see. 4 or 5 should do you. I'll meet you down by the ferry docks when you're done. It's like 4 or 5, and I went, I will do 4. You said 4 or 5 would be fine, so I shall ask exactly 4. Do you know it's weird doing an event in Limpser? No, the Limpser very rarely gets events. Like, at best we'll get a quest person who sends us somewhere else. Welcome, welcome. What may I interest you in this fine evening? Our information, is it? Well, you really must know, the whizzing and banging that fills the air this season always takes me back to the time just before the Calamity struck. A great festival was held to celebrate the reformation of the Grand Companies. People in the streets were hooting and hollering and setting off fire spouts. And all the ships in the bay, now bedecked in maelstrom colours, let loose their cannons. Seems so foolish now, knowing what was soon to befall us, but all that noise served a purpose nonetheless, drowning out the fear that ever whispered in our ears. It is my firm belief that the Rising serve the same purpose even now. They preserve a vision of loveliness, of togetherness. Or we might forget our fears and be given hope for a brighter future. That's very verbose and eloquently put for a merchant dude. The streets are full of life, the sky's full of fire, and the westerly wind's filling our seafarers' sails as it does our arts. Oh, I couldn't have picked a better time to come home. You a sailor too, are you? Kinda. I've been on boats. Helping with the fireworks, you say? Good on you, lad. I have a few memories of back then, if you've got ear to hear them. I'm an urchin seaman, you see, always sailing hither and hither across the waves. Was just back from a trip to Radza'an when the calamity struck. Everyone was looking up to the sky and that loathsome lantern that hung low in it. Like most folk, I don't remember much of what happened in the days before or after it fell, but I'll never forget those faces. And that's what I love so much about fireworks. You see the same faces looking up, but this time with a smile. Reminds you not only of the bad times, but how we got over them. Yeah, we sent an old man to fight a dragon. So, we need an old man and a dragon. Mister's already trying to kill you with the ultimate fights. Yeah, I guess indirectly. He's been our opponent for quite a while now. Alright there, anything I can do for you? You're asking for people's thoughts on the rising fireworks? Yeah, would have thought a great hero like you would have had better things to do with your time. Well, I suppose that's what makes you a hero, eh? Helping people out whichever way you can. Well, unlike most people, I suppose. I think of those I lost. My parents, most of all. I wonder if they're watching too. Swam up from the bottom of the ethereal sea to see what all the crashing and banging's about. It's complicated, I suppose. I feel sad they're gone, but I'm happy I'm not. And grateful for Badaron saving me and so many others. If they are watching, I hope they can see me too. See that I'm doing alright for myself. I might sleep soundly for another 12 months. Okay. Old men and more dead parents. I think the minstrel could do this. Hello. Can you see them too, my love? Stop. You're involved with the fireworks and want to know what I think of them? Well, just now I was wondering if they can be seen from far out in the offing. Do you know? I see. The reason I ask is that my husband is out there now. He meant to be back by rising night, but it seems the tide didn't turn in his favour. He was so looking forward to the fireworks. I do hope that he can see them from where he is, that we can share them together no matter how far apart we might be. That is my only request to you, that you make the finale as bright and boisterous as you can, that all those who cannot be together this rising might still share in its message. Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to take for all of that. Make them really big and loud, I guess. Where are we going? Okay. It's a little annoying when you do one of these quests and they don't have the reward in the first quest because you're like, oh dang, it's at least a two-parter. Sorry to keep you waiting, dearie. So what did you find out? Big explosions, dead people. I hope that covers everything you were hoping for. Oh, same here. Was half expecting him to just like looking at the pretty lights, but it seems the feeling runs a lot deeper than that. Memories of the calamity still sit heavy on their hearts, but the rising fireworks go some way to lifting that weight. So, any ideas for the grand display? What kind of thing do you reckon would uplift these spirits the most? Something that gives people hope for the future. It's weird that we're still celebrating, still doing. Remembering the calamity, when I feel like the end of days was a much more devastating event. But I guess it was only devastating to certain pockets of it of the planet. It was, but then the calamity only really affected like Eorzea, and only the bit of Eorzea that we're on. It didn't even affect all of Eorzea. That's extremely vague. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I was supposed to get out of that. Hope for the future, eh? That ain't a bad idea. Reminding folk that however dark the night, dawn is just around the corner. Horizon ain't just about mourning those we lost, after all. It's about remembering the struggles of those who survived, to steer us to a brighter future. Oh, that's it. That's what Limpsa needs this rising. Ships, cannons, a departure salute. Not just for the fallen, but for those setting sail for unknown shores. A vision of the past and the future. An old bleeding armada filling Galadian Bay, lighting up the very heavens. Who wouldn't want to watch that? Yeah, let's put a load of explosives on some boats. Ah, settled then. Oh, I guess that's what cannons are. Oh, the minstrel's gonna love it. He said he'd be up by the Arth Castle, right? I'll see you there. I'm sure it'll look lovely, whatever we do, but I'm also sure that my contribution isn't really going to affect the outcome of this quest one way or another. Poor sailors with PTSD from being attacked by pirates did not, in fact, get asked their opinion. Our intrepid adventurer returns, and positively bursting with inspiration, I take it. Heidelin Shush. I see. A traditional seafaring salute, not only to the memories of the fallen, but to the future fortune of those who follow in their wake. A most fitting proposal, I'm sure. Oh, thanks to the both of you. But our work ain't done yet. There's a lot needs sorting out before we can put this idea into action. So much to do, so little time. If you wouldn't mind helping us a little longer, dearie, I'll be forever in your debt. Let me know when you've got your loins good and girded. My loins are girded? Okay, well at least we get it from this one, so it's only a two-part quest. Right then, let's get started, shall we, dearie? Our plan is we're going to line up with an old fleet of ships across the bay and have them fire a broadside into the sky. But before we go about finding our fleet, we need to get the plan approved by the organising committee, and that means convincing Commodore Rayner. I'll take the lead, but I ain't exactly got the silverest tongue and all much experience knobbing with the higher-ups. If you see me struggling, put in a word, won't you? Of course, my lady. Your cause is ours. Thank you, you dears. Together then, to the Coral Tower. I feel like at this point, I should just be able to ask for whatever I want, and no one should be able to, like, within reason. But, you know, if I say, hey, can we have, like, a really cool fireworks show? It's like, yeah, you're the warrior of light. What else do you want? Last I had the privilege of meeting with the Commodore was around the time of the Calamity. I had been arrested for conspiracy to incite rebellion. Naturally, it was all a misunderstanding. Some other scurrilous soul had been singing songs of sedition. Not for Rayner in his relentless pursuit of the truth, I might still be lingering in the brig. He's a shrewd investigator who will brook no equivocation. Shall we then? This lady with the umbrella doing this quest too. Or is she an NPC? I don't even know. If she's got an umbrella, she's probably a player. I don't think there are any NPCs with umbrellas. Wanting to make the Rise and display special, I can fathom, but the sheer scale of this proposal is beyond anything I imagined. Yo, I need to remind you that the first duty of the Yellow Jackets is keeping of the peace. Filling the bay with ships will not only disturb the daily workings of the harbour, but is sure to foment agitation among the commons. Knowing this, do you still mean to persevere with this outlandish plan? Yeah, I do, Commander. Every Lamentin art, every Eorzean art still bears the scars of the Calamity. All that loss, that hardship, that struggle, it cut deep. Well, the Horizon ain't just about looking to the past, it's about looking to the future too. And if it's our duty to watch over folks, keep them on the straight and narrow like, I reckon it's our duty to see them off on another year's journey too. Well put. I accept that your intentions are pure, but what are the logistics? I trust you have a plan as to who exactly will be providing and paying for this fleet of yours? Yes, Commander. We're going to petition the Maelstrom for the flagship, and the rest from the Black Sails. Well, of course, one is wont to forget that those buccaneering souls remain bound to serve the Maelstrom in times of necessity. Lady Oyoyo would have us parley with the three great pirate captains and remind them of their civic duty, it seems. Oh, that's right. Pirates answered the Admiral's call back when the moon was falling. Fought and died at Cartanu, same as the rest of us. When they hear about our plan to salute all those who fell and all those who didn't, I don't doubt they'd answer the call again. I wish you all the luck in the world in recruiting those rogues to your cause. We shall need it. Very well then, allow me to arrange with the parley. Should you succeed in this feat, you may consider all of my remaining doubts answered. I bid you remember that you go to speak with pirates, lawless marauders all. Pray that you do not pray that you do not say aught to offend them, lest we find ourselves with a mutiny on our hands. That's alright. I've met with some of the pirate captains a couple of times. I think we're on good standing. I shall have the Maelstrom summon the leaders of the 3 factions to the anchor yard. Pray go there and complete your preparations. Also, I'm a captain of the Maelstrom, so I got some, I got some weight there as well. Yeah, in fact, it's 2 people. They may not be doing the quest. They're either doing the quest or they are here together. I like her clothes with the angel wings. That's quite nice. She looks like a Soul Calibur character. Cheers for sticking with me, lads. I hope I can count on your support in the next set of negotiations and all. Of course, my lady, and as I fear the captains, those far-famed scourges of the seas, will provide rather less biddable partners than Commodore Rayner did. While Roswen of the Sanguine Sirens may be swayed by emotion, Carvalane of the Kraken Arms is a much more mercenary mind. The executioners, meanwhile, valor honour and glory above all else. If there is aught that unites them, it is a zealous spirit. Let us argue with passion that we might inflame theirs. If it's passion you're after, I've got that in bleeding bucket loads. But I might need you two to jump in again, because my tongue decides to tie itself in an half itch. Just say the first thing that comes to your heads and I'll pick up after. Oh, is a half inch a type of knot? I guess it is. Come on then, dearies. Let's head over to the anchor yard and get this parley started. Is it supposed to be like a half hitch? I don't know. Let's go with the Blacksmith's Guild. I do have an umbrella as well, actually. I think they have the umbrella from the... There we go. This was the umbrella from the first or second Rising, and this guy's got one too. It was the Rising was one of the first events I did after I started playing, and like I had absolutely zero context for like most of what was going on. I was just like, this is stupid. What am I doing? Who are you? Why am I suddenly in space? And then when I did the second Rising, I was like, oh, I get it now. Okay. This would be, I guess this would be my 4th Rising. When did I start playing? 2021, 2022, 23, 24, yeah. Yeah, this is my 4th Rising. Oh. How time flies. I love when you do stuff with like NPCs from around Reborn because they've just got such basic clothes on. It's like, come on, guys, get a better fit. Thanks for coming. The reason we asked you here is, the Maelstrom summons laid it out for us loud and clear. You want us to out with the Rising fireworks? And the answer's no. When my sirens fire a broadside, it's to send our enemies to the bottom of the briny. Not to paint pretty pictures in the sky for drylanders to gawp at. We've better things to be doing with our time. It is a rare occurrence to be sure, but I find that my opinion aligns with Rosewood's. Our time is precious, as I am sure is yours. Let us hasten to draw these discussions to a close. I shall put it bluntly. I see no profit in this endeavour for myself and my men. So unless there is anything else, No profit. How sad that the great Carvalhain would lose his nose for coin. I did not come here to be insulted. If you know of a method by which the Krakens might stand to gain from this that I do not, then state it. Now hold your tongue. Or better yet, allow me to hold it for you. You guys know who I am, right? You know that I have killed... just some respect, please. The sheer scale of the spectacle we propose would no doubt draw all the lords and ladies of the realm together in the city. Personages of high renown and deep pockets. Aye, if they saw you lot working and in with the Maelstrom, it'd do wonders for your public image. Folks who normally wouldn't touch a pirate with a barge pole would be queuing up to do business with you. I do believe you have a point, poorly phrased though it might be. To win legitimate business, one must project the image of a legitimate businessman. Sod your image and sod anyone who's too lily-livered to trade with us. They can stick their barge poles up their backsides. What's in it for the sirens? I glossed over this one the first time. Because I could convince Carvalhain by being with Roswain, but I'm gonna push this one. Carvalhain's in. Don't you want to be together? Well, what are you trying to imply? I'd rather cut me arse off with a rusty cutlass now to spend another minute in that preening pissant's company. Me and my girls are proper pirates. Now, sanguine sirens ain't all about the pirating life, though, are you? You run almshouses for the sick and injured and those with child. Keep themselves busy with odd jobs such as come their way. Them's your hunters. I don't think there's any accent that would take the P off of punters. Yo. Them's your hunters, and the folk who are drawn to the city to see the grand display your quarry. Oh, I see where you're going with this. Get the girls to set up stalls selling food and grog and the like, and they'd make a killing, providing they had all the right permits from the Yellow Jackets. You're a shrewd one, you. I could lend them and myself. They do say the best way to a man's art is through his stove. Okay, so there's clearly something going on between those two pirates. I do vaguely remember that being a plot point. That's when I was doing something with her before. It went a long time ago. What are the executioners? Surely there's no dishonour in linking arms with Admiral Melvib and the Maelstrom, surely? Melvib? It might be Melvib. You'd think after this time I'd know how to pronounce her name. She's not been in the plot much recently. You, Yellow Jacket, only you tell me one thing and tell it true. This is Limsa Laminsa, greatest port in all the realm. You could find this fleet of yours without our help, yet you've come here begging for it. Why? Because I reckon you're the ones who need the rising most. The black sails only came together because of the Cartano. You could have upped anchor and sailed off into the sunset, but no. You fought like demons on those cursed flats. Make heroes of yourselves and martyrs. Yeah, I see it. It's only right that those that lost the most when they stood to gain the least should be the ones to fire the salute to the departed. And a salute to the departing too. The calamity changed the lives of you pirates more than anyone. If anyone should be celebrating new beginnings, it's those whose new beginnings already begun. Haha, so it's for our own good, is it? I'm heading back to the Astalicia. Send word when you've hammered out the details of this display of yours. We'll see what we can do. Aye, Captain. Can't rightly say no to you now, can I? We're not so lot of good people back in Cartano. Let's send them off with a bloody great bang. I will join you, on one condition, that in your reminiscence of trauma past, you do not make a shameful spectacle of yourself. Pray do not force me to restrain you, again. No, I never forced you to do nothing. You'll keep your hands off me if you want to keep them, you randy bastard. Quite the fragile flower, isn't she? Well then, I bid you adieu. My ships will not ready themselves. We could have done this indoors. I don't know why we were standing out here in the rain. But whatever, we convinced the pirates. Oh god. Hello everyone. And breathe. Gods, I was so nervous I could hardly speak. Thanks so much for chipping in when you did. Could never have got them on our side without you. Right then, time to put the finishing touches to this plan of mine. It's going to be wonderful, I just know it. Oh, and about your reward, I've given it to the minstrel. You can grab it from him to new beginnings, lad. And may the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. You did a great service, my friend, both for Lady Ayoyo and those who love the Rising, myself included. For that, I shall be ever grateful. I expect it shall be still some hours before preparations for the grand finale are complete. Mayhap we could wait together. Yeah. Let's watch the fireworks display, Yoshi. While we wait, would you care to hear a verse that has lately come to me? It is a song of celebration, of encouragement, for all those who sail for unknown shores. Pray, lend me your ears. Oh, look at those god rays. Hang on, I know what happens when he strums his friggin' harp. Oh, god damn it. Alright, let's go to space. Well, not quite space. Where are we? We're on a boat. We are on a boat. Motherfucker. Don't you ever forget. Greetings, warrior of light. This is the world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream, a flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. Yeah, I love it when it's just like straight up Yoshida. They don't do the wandering minstrel bit anymore. It is a pleasure to meet you again, as I have in the past. I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. The road we have walked has been long and winding, full of perils and pitfalls, but we've enjoyed every step in your company. We hope that you feel the same about this last great leap. Oh yes, this is the first time seeing him in HD since the graphics update. He looks chiseled. With every adventure we undertake, the longer the legacy we leave behind us. Yet a lengthy history need not mean a foreshortened future. Many adventurers yet await. We shall continue to chart a course into the great unknown, one that takes in all the diverse wonders this wide world has to offer, that your legacy might grow even greater. To be certain, it would be less trying task to sleepwalk ever onward down the same well-furrowed path. Yet to venture down paths untrodden, believing in the bright and glorious future that lies beyond them, is by far the more rewarding. This is the gift that we wish to deliver unto you, the gift of adventure. And we pray with all our hearts that you will continue to walk with us. We thank you for joining us on this journey heretofore and hereafter, as do I. Thank you for joining me on this Final Fantasy XIV journey these last 3.5 years. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Done. That's the moon. One cannot know what fills the hearts and minds of those who look to the sky this rising night. Perhaps you and I will see very different images in those explosions of light and color. But one thing I know for certain, that right here, right now, we look to the same sky. And though the paths that lay ahead of us may lead in very different directions, sometime, someplace, they shall cross again. I think it would have been really funny if they'd given Yoshida just like his normal clothes. Like in-game, just like a t-shirt and jeans and stuff. Like they already have the minstrel as his self-insert OC. It is almost time for the display to begin. The consummation not only of our labours, but of the thoughts and prayers of the people of this fair city. A salute for the departed, for those who set sail into unknown waters. Many adventures yet await you, my friend. May the navigator's breath ever fill your sails. Well, they say it's a self-insert. I'm pretty sure Yoshi plays a. I mean, it's literally just him. I'm pretty sure his OC is he plays. I'm pretty sure he plays a Lalafell. From eastern sea to eastern sky, the sacred sun ascends, and voices stirred of winds and waves, of ropes of sails of friends, who like the golden light of dawn that streams across the sea, sets on sunlit sail for foreign lands. May fortune follow thee. A journey done, so sinks the sun below the western waves, and memories steer of friends of yore asleep in watery graves. Let not our voices raised in song disturb your endless sleep, but join us in our chorus and you dream among the deep. An excerpt from an ancient mariners' song, a prayer for the safe return of those who sail over the horizon, and for the peace of those who sleep beneath those same ethereal waves. He plays a female Lala, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen his character. It concludes with a wish. The voices of those whose spirits are stirred in anticipation of new adventure, reach the ears of those whose adventures ended too soon, that they might be united as one. A fitting sentiment for the rising, methinks. And so I offer you my own heartfelt wish, that even should your adventures carry you beyond the far-flung horizon of this wide world, we should meet once more in the 12 months' time, and look up to the same sky together. There you go. Now give me my Kryl. You've unlocked the toy chest. I don't know what the toy chest is. Whatever. I mean, I know what the toy chest is, but... Right, first of all, let's get rid of my umbrella since it stopped raining. And then, Corn Servant, you have treated me well, but it's time. Oh, I should write the start. On the occasion of the anniversary of Eos's rebirth, the Adventurers Guild commissioned a new mammoth designed in Kral's likeness, with the hood of her Pictomancer's attire drawn back to reveal her precious earring. She exudes a spirit of adventure and discovery. There she is! A little Kryl. She's adorable. And I think I can make her do her emo. I don't know. I thought just doing me doing an emote would make her do her emote, but I guess that's an... Oh well. Look at that, she's adorable. I wish for Bunny Nose to come back to life, make that happen. Sorry. I don't have that power. I mean, the Wandering Minstrel might, I guess, but... I mean, he killed her off for a reason. So yeah, we're done. That was Final Fantasy XIV. That was Dawntrail, and yeah, it's Final Fantasy XIV. He knew she was too strong to survive. Yeah, she was too powerful. Like I said, there are other bunnies. We're fine. Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I'm going to keep playing this game, even though I'm not going to be streaming anymore. And I would do some of the, like I said, I do want to still do some YouTube videos, and the content I want to make, some of them is going to be Final Fantasy XIV based. I've got some ideas for some stuff I want to do, so, you know, keep an eye out on the YouTube channel for some Final Fantasy XIV based shenanigans. And like I said, I'll keep playing. I'm invested in this game now. I can't stop. I got to unlock the pajama. I got to build a sofa and craft some pajamas. There's plenty to do. I would have loved to have done like a lot of the more side content, but it's just the main scenario just took up so much time. Like there's no. I mean, it's probably a lot quicker to get through when you're not reading out every line of dialogue if you're just playing at your own time. But yeah, this game's there's a lot of heft to this game. It takes a while to get back to get to this point. Collective worship would have ended the star. You sure it was already threatening? Are you keeping the same YouTube channel? That was still a question before. I don't know. Because the thing is like, although there are subscribers on that channel, in my experience, whenever I upload a video, they don't watch it. So I probably will create a new YouTube channel that will probably still be called... I'll probably rename the current one to being like the Dandy VTuber, and then the new one will be just Jack Dandy, because I will no longer be the Dandy VTuber. Obviously, after Sunday, I will just be Jack Dandy. So I will be rebranding everything to just Jack Dandy. Until 6 months from now when Jack misses us. I mean, you message me on Twitter all the time anyway, so I'm not gonna miss you. You're there. I do keep meaning to look at those Lego models you tweeted me about. I just was like, I haven't got time to look at them at the moment, and then I forgot about them. I don't have Twitter. I know it is unfortunate that there isn't. I don't really have any like other options for like sharing stuff. I guess just look for Jack Dandy on YouTube. What I might do is when I create the new channel is I will put a video on the old channel to kind of point people who do give a shit to the new channel. So I guess if you're subscribed to the current channel, you'll get a notification to the new one when it goes live. Yeah, because I could try and get. And I'm sure there are some people who follow that channel, but it's like the majority of the people I got from the shorts, and they only watch the shorts, and even then, not really. So yeah, I think a new channel to just kind of refresh everything. It's not like I'm going to lose monetization because I never had it. So yeah, so that's the plan. And yeah, the first video I've got, well, I've got in mind a couple of videos in the same kind of theme. I don't want to give too much away, but I definitely want to do a Final Fantasy XIV one. But I need to do I need to unlock some stuff in game before I do it. So it depends how long that takes me to do, basically. Yeah, so that'll come soon. But yeah, otherwise than that, we're done with Final Fantasy XIV. This is it. This is goodbye for the stream. Like I said, I'll keep playing. I'll keep posting about stuff, and you know, I'd love to do some. I'd love to do some, like, I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff I want to do, and I've got the time to do it. Well, after Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. We're not. By the way, the stream's not ending just yet. There's just something I want to do real quick, but we're just ending the Final Fantasy portion. So I'm just rounding off because I'm going to stop the VOD because I'm not going to record this next bit. Oh, we're going to go for like another 10 minutes, but I just need you guys to help me with something real quick. But yeah, well, that's Final Fantasy XIV. Thanks to everyone who's watched Final Fantasy 14. Thank you, especially a special mention. I think it's a shame, and it's a shame he wasn't here tonight. But a special mention to Satrias, who basically has watched since like episode 2 of me playing this game, and really like helped out a lot by like creating the character, jumping in and helping me out. Like, because back in the day when you didn't have trials, you didn't have duty trusts, and you had to queue with humans. Some of those queues were a ball ache, and so having a healer who could just jump on, queue with me, and then get into a game immediately was a godsend. So yeah, special thank you to Strauss, but thank you for everyone who watched any of the Final Fantasy stuff. And I know there was at least one guy who was watching exclusively the VODs, so if you're still watching, hi! Bye! Oh, no, wait, there is one last thing we need to do. We've finished, which means there should be, well, there's two things actually. A, the Gold Sorcerer should sell me a Triple Triad card, and B, there should be a guy I can play Triple Triad against. So I just looked at myself and went, Triple Triad! It's the #1 thing. I can't. We gotta end on Triple Triad. That's how we end Final Fantasy. I have all of these. Is there not a new card? Normally there's not a new card. I thought they always gave you a new card for expansions. That's kind of lame. I own all these. Oh.
Shame. Someone banned Triple Triad for 10 minutes.
Oh, shame. Someone banned you for 10 minutes. I'm not listening to that. That said, I don't know where it would be. Or who it would be. There's not always a Triple Triad vendor. It's just that sometimes there is. And I'm saying that, and I don't see one. Let me just do a quick tour of the towns. I want my points back in British Dandy. No, you must be punished for your insubordination. No.
Banning the banning of actions starting 5 minutes ago. This is a 15-minute version, so it lasts longer.
Wait, banning the banning of actions. Oh. Yes. No, right, I think Reg isn't banning me from banning your actions. He's banning you from banning things. It's a Uno reverse counter ban. That said, I mean, for all of your bans, I don't think there is actually a Triple Triad guy anywhere. I thought that normally there is, but maybe they add them in the post-patch, and I've just been so used to someone showing up at the end of Dawntrail, at the end of each expansion. Okay, I guess there isn't a Triple Triad person. We won't be able to win on Triple Triad. Well, let's. Hang on, I do have. Let me just check the Triple. I do have a Triple Triad tracker. It is way out of date. I need to update it again. Let me see. Let's go right to the bottom. Oh, I can get a Kefkiwa card, which is nice, but I need to upgrade. I need to do some fates for that. Black Cat. I'm guessing that's from the Rave. Yeah, Queen Eternal. That was from the quest. Valjar. That was from the quest. Ooh, Jar Jar. I got that one. I got Outrunner. I got the Sentry, I got the Renique. Yeah, I think I've got all these. I don't think there is one. That's upsetting. They didn't actually add that many cards. Oh no. Oh no, yeah, no, they had like what, 410 down to... You know, they only added 20 cards. The whole expansion. I got half of them. And both wasted points. The one towards me is specifically unfair. Well, you were trying to take away my favourite thing. So you had your comeuppance. And it was pointless, because there wasn't anyone to play Triple Shroud with me anyway. Oh well. I guess it's fitting that we ended with failure. Alright, well, this is the end of the VOD. I'm gonna, so, yeah. Bye.